Okay. Hey, everybody. It is Tuesday, October the 6th, and 2020. And we're having our Touchbase Tuesday for our team. And I have some things I want to go over. First of all, we all know that this is our 40th anniversary month. So that's a big deal. But the first thing I really want to go over is some details about Direct Ship Now and some details about products. So October 1st, we introduced the large bar pan and the 3 pieces of enamel cast iron. So they're now available. Um, if you Okay, so if you go to the cast iron page, I was going to pull this up earlier and I didn't have a chance. Whoops, that's Rock Crocs, not cast iron. You will see them here on the cast iron page. So they're in the catalog, which is really nice because sometimes we don't have that option, to have them in the catalog. So it is there. And then on October the 15th, the 2 cinnamons and the vanilla will be back in our catalog, or back in our being able to sell. And I'm just going to show you here. I thought I was going to show you. Okay, so I'm pretty sure they're not on here. I just wanted to double check that because I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, anyway, so they're not on here, but they will be available to sell. And let me tell you, they are hot items. People love them. The vanilla is amazing. It's double strength. I only use probably a quarter of the strength of that vanilla because it's really strong, but it's really good. And the cinnamons are great too. So just keep that in mind because they'll be available October 15th. And October 1st through the 15th, any parties that are submitted, you will be entered into a drawing for PC gear. And because you are now Direct Ship Now, that means when the host's order is submitted, then the party is officially submitted. So just keep that in mind. So Jessica, do you have any questions about Direct Ship Now? Because that's the next thing I thought we should talk a little bit about.
I do not, but I have a few parties starting this week, so actually tomorrow.
Okay. So one of the things that happens with Direct Ship Now, as always, you'll get an email when a customer orders. Your host also gets an email. They can't see what they order, but they can see that they ordered. Orders are not submitted until midnight Central Time of the day they're posted. So if a customer on one of my parties ordered today, their order isn't technically going to be submitted. You won't be able to see it you'll be able to see it in the show total, but you won't see it in your reports, the daily report of your sales, until tomorrow or after midnight. But let's say your host or your customer has an order and it's $70. My best recommendation is to contact that customer immediately and say, thanks so much for your order. I appreciate you supporting this party, and whoever the host is, Susie Q, the host. I wanted to make sure that you understood that you are very close to being eligible for a free gift. And with an $80 purchase, a product purchase, you will be eligible for that free gift. And they may ask, well, what's the free gift? And you tell them. They do have an option, okay, so let's finish that up. If they say, no, I'd rather not, fine, let their order alone. Do not unlock the order until after you've talked to them. If they say, well, yeah, you know what? That's a great idea. What's $10? Well, you can find that on the website. You can find products $10 and under, and you can help them out with that. And you will have to unlock the order and then you will be able to, add that item to it, and then add the free item, the free gift that they want. That's very important. Do not unlock the order until after you've spoken to them. If they say no, thank you, then don't unlock it. Just let it run its course. Now, if they are at 130, 135, I'm going to contact them because I'm going to say, thanks so much for your great order. I saw you got a free gift, yada, yada, yada. But I just wanted you to know that with a $150 order, you get free shipping, and you're just $15 away, or you're $10 away, or $8 away, or whatever. And I just wanted to make sure you didn't miss out on that opportunity. Is there something else you'd like to add to your order? They may say no. That's their right. That's fine. And they may say yes. They also may have gotten more than $80 in their order and not chosen a free gift, because there is an option for them to opt out of that. And I had a customer just do that recently. Her order was $85, and I said, oh, you're eligible for a free item. And she said, yeah, I saw that, but I opted out because I didn't want any of those items. Fine. Move on. Do not unlock the order. Okay. Never unlock the order until after you've spoken to them, and only then if you want to make changes. Because what happens is, if you unlock the order, then it's going to have a pending on their card statement, and it's going to look like they were charged twice, and it's very confusing. One of them goes away, only one gets charged, but it causes a lot of confusion, and then they start calling you, and and they're frustrated and upset and whatever. So just be careful with unlocking. There's absolutely no reason to do it unless you are making a change to their order, or if you want to add something on your own to their order as a consultant gift. You can do that as well. So those are just a few tips about direct ship now, because I learned today that there was confusion, not in our team, but in other teams. And so I just thought that's something good to address. I do want to talk about some anniversary things, but Jessica, you were talking to me this week about vendor events. And so I thought it would be good to discuss that, and any questions that you might have, or, anything.
I thought it may be helpful for you to give an overview of, obviously you take the new product or the products with you to the vendor event, you set them all nice. What are some other things that you bring to the vendor event? Like, do you bring those contact information cards? I know you said in the past you've done drawings, but like, what's a good?
Okay, so first of all, right now I only take new products. I don't take old products. I just take new ones because they've seen them. They've seen the old ones if they've been around any length of time and they want to see what's new. I do take the air fryer because we have the new skewer, and because we have this amazing deal for the air fryer, and it's a hot item and it's available to guests now. So I do take that, and I take this skewer set along so that they can see that. Other things, business things I do take the tablet of the drawing slips, we used to call them. I don't know what they're called now, but anyway, I do take those along, and I ask everyone to fill one out. And I say there'll be a drawing. And if they ask me what it is, I don't always know. So I kind of have to decide ahead of time. It doesn't have to be much, but I do sometimes, if it's a big event, I do sometimes offer a gift certificate. I don't tell them how much it is. I just say a gift certificate, and then I contact them and say, hey, you won. You can spend $10. But to be honest, I call everyone that I have a slip for, because they all won. And I'm not lying to them. I'm just offering that opportunity for them to host a show and get free products and half price and discounted items. And then, I will give them a gift with their show if they order. And then at that point, it'll be a season's best, probably. But I do take those because I want to add to my customer base. So I want to have, and I ask them to please fill out everything on that, especially like their phone number and email, because you can at least put them into your customer list, your contact list with those items. And that way you have that information. And those are definitely going to be the slips that I pull out, and I'm going to call those people and thank them. And I have them hand me the slip and I put it in something. I never just tell them to put them in a box somewhere. And the reason I do that is because when they walk away, I'm going to write something down on the back, like had a child with red
Okay.
hair, or, was with husband interested in whatever. Because when I call them, I want to remember who they are. I don't want to just be calling and having random faces. Now, I've had a lot of very busy events, but I've always had time to write something on the back. And then I
Okay.
might stick it, if I have my apron on, I'll stick it in my apron pocket, but usually I put it like inside a larger product that has a lid or something. So I have them all together. I also take mini catalogs that are stamped with my info on them. And if they fill out that card, then I give them a mini catalog.
Okay.
And I do that because I don't want to be handing out catalogs to just everybody. But I also take host packets. And basically, my host packet at a vendor event is one catalog, one sample order form, and the current host benefit. So if they
Okay.
say, I always ask them, hey, have you ever heard of Pampered Chef? Yes. So do you have many of the products? What's your favorite one? Or I get a conversation started. Do you like to cook, or do you just like to eat? Or, like I just start a conversation. I might comment on something they have, or, something about their child, if they have a child, or if they, whatever. And I always say, if they start commenting on products, I say, I'd really love to help you get that for free. And then it's my opportunity to tell them about virtual parties and, how they're done and all that. So I engage, I have conversation. And one of the things I learned to do years ago, and I do it to this day, I always set my my booth or whatever up in an L or a C, depending on how many tables I have. If I bring my own, then I only have 2 tables. But if I get tables at an event, it's, usually they can give you 2 or 3. And I make it so that they have to come into my booth instead of having it like this, where they can just skim by. I make
Okay.
it so they have to come in, and I have something intriguing in here, like the air fryer or something. So they want to come in and see it. And I also, over the years, have collected a lot of small stuff, some larger stuff that I take along as cash and carry. I don't find it real profitable, but sometimes, I have extra things from something and I'll just take them along. Sometimes they're current, sometimes they're not, sometimes they're discontinued. But you can sell them, and I usually sell them for quite a discount, and obviously there's no tax or shipping on those.
Right.
So, and then another thing I do in my booth actually is that I try to add height, so it's not all just flat on the table, but I might take a Pampered Chef box along and cover it with a cloth, so something's up higher, and it adds more intrigue. It draws the eye. Sometimes I'll have a decoration of some sort, like if it's fall, I might have some leaves, and little pumpkins or something, just something to dress it up a little bit. At Christmas time, or usually I have those battery powered lights, like twinkle lights, that I put kind of randomly around. So just something that draws their attention. I have a name tag that I got years ago that has my name on it. Sometimes I wear my apron, sometimes I don't. But I usually have my name tag on, or you can make your own name tag and stick it on, and engage with people that way. So I don't know. That's a lot of
Okay.
stuff, but does that make sense?
No, it does make sense. How do you? I know you usually you have a party going on. Do you get a lot of orders, and do you get a lot of hosts booked off of like just there standing there at the table
I
without the follow up?
it depends. Everyone is different. Every event is
Right.
different. I tend to at least get one show booked,
Okay.
sometimes more. It depends on the number of people. The other week I did an outdoor one that was a really small event, but I will tell you, I had the most engagement with people. I sold cash and carry. I sold a couple $100 worth of products. I followed up with some people and I booked it, 2 shows from it. Um, so it was just, it was, even though it was a really small event and there wasn't well attended at all, the people that were there and there weren't many vendors. There was a lot of other things going on, but there's probably only 8 vendors, and in total. Um, but I had a prime spot and people came and talked, and some of the people I knew, so that was nice too. But I usually really work hard at, yes, I'll take orders, and it's great, with direct ship, of course, you don't have to worry about where they live. You just take the order. I have my phone there. I can put it right in on my phone. I sometimes will have them put their info in and then I add the order in and, take the payment right there. Cautionary, be careful in taking checks.
I
Cash,
won't.
cash or
I'll
card.
take my laptop, and they can check out right then and there. Like,
Yeah, cash or
that's
card
how I'm
is
going to do
is
it.
yeah.
Yep.
If you don't know them, now if it's somebody you know well, that's different. But
Right.
if you don't know them, they're just a random person there, cash or card. That's it.
Right.
And you should have some cash along just in case you need to give change.
Right.
But yeah, don't do checks with people you don't know. That's people get burned that way a lot, and then you never end up with your money. So um but yeah, I that is my intent. My intent is not so much to sell my cash and carry, but my intent is
Right.
to engage with them, get their contact information, and be able to follow up with them so that I can say, here, why don't you take this with you, and I'll give you a call next week, and we can talk about what you think about hosting. If they're really hedging, otherwise I say, we could get it on the calendar right now, and I said, and really, honestly, at that point, most of the time, I'm just doing catalog parties. They're not even wanting to do a virtual party of any kind. So it's just, gather 5 or 6 orders, and you'll have a party, and then you can, but I make sure I have their info so I can create a link for their party and contact them about that. So, but
Okay.
that is my goal. That is my goal more than anything. Not so much selling as much as it is booking parties.
Okay.
Then I
I'll
feel,
also take order forms just in case I don't
yeah,
have internet.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
do that too. Um, yeah, with my phone, I use my phone, the app on my phone a lot. So as long as I have some kind of, a couple of bars, I can get on there and place an order right there. So, yeah. Any other questions?
And
I
that's
would
it.
I would be careful about 2 things. Um, if they're asking you to spend too much to be in the event, unless
That's
it's
all.
unless it's a really big event. I did a bridal show one time. It was very expensive. It was pretty profitable, but I never did it again because it was a couple $100 because those are
Wow.
very expensive.
Yeah.
But normally $30 is the most, and that depends on the event, and that depends on the
That's still
venue.
expensive though.
Not when you're making, a couple $100 at the end of the day,
Right. But
and you're getting a lot of contacts. There is one that I do. This one guy that organizes ones in Mifflintown several times a year, and his are either 25 or 30. Um, and I do them because there is such a following, and he has a huge number of vendors there, so there's always a lot of traffic. Um, so, but normally 20, sometimes 10. The one I did the other week was only 10. So yeah.
feel good.
Any other thoughts on that? Any other questions?
No, So I have your number.
I think there's a Facebook group. I've never gone on it for vendor events. I just didn't need another group, and what I'm doing works for me, so I've never really looked at it. But yeah, just make your display inviting, that draws people in. Add color if you can. I have black tablecloths, and then I have a teal one too. Um, but then, some of our products that are more colorful or whatever, it depends. Um, yeah. And I have two events that I do every year that allow me to go in the night before and set up. That is amazing.
Wow.
That is amazing because I can get up in the morning and I can go without any stress. Like I usually think of some things that I want to add to my, display or whatever, and I'll take them in the morning then, or I'll take all my paperwork, my catalogs and, my host packets and stuff. I'll take that in the morning and just set up the products the night before. So, that's fun. And I caution people not to take food, especially now, but
Oh yeah, there's no way.
yeah, you don't want to be taking food. I don't even put candy out anymore. I did that one time and that was a disaster because kids, all they just, it was like there was no point in that. Just
Yeah.
they're not expecting you to feed them. There's usually a food stand or something, and
Right.
so all right, I do want to talk about the Pampered Chef anniversary month. We are 6 days into the 40th anniversary month. And from what I understand, there's going to be more fun things coming from the company. I don't know what they are, so I can't really tell you, but that's what I was told today. So it's our 40th anniversary, and the actual anniversary date is October 15th. That is the night that Doris Christopher went out on a rainy Chicago night to do her first party. And I believe she had 6 crates of products because there was no catalog. There was a sheet of paper that listed the products, but no catalog. And she had to go down into the basement of this house, I think, and set up. There is a picture of that. I was trying to get that as my background on my screen and it didn't work. But yeah, I think the picture is actually in marketing imagery. It shows her. She had these wooden crates and she has them stacked up as her display. And she made a pizza that night, a pizza on the pizza stone, because stoneware was a totally new thing then, and that's what she made for her party. So kind of funny to think how far we've come since then. But I would really like to do something special on the 15th. I don't really know what yet. And I'm looking, the 15th is a Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday night. Next Thursday, actually. So if anybody has any ideas of a fun thing to do as a team that night, obviously we're not getting together, but if there's something that we could do as a team, that would be great. So I was given a challenge today that I would like to share with all of you. Okay. So it's a great month. People are shopping, people are, buying for holidays and whatever, holiday baking, holiday gift giving, all that stuff. And so there's a 40th anniversary challenge, and that is to book 40 catalog shows. Now, let me tell you how that works. Okay. You contact people, and obviously you're going to contact a lot of people, but you say to them, so I'm so excited. Pampered Chef is having our 40th anniversary, and I'm trying to get 40 people to gather 5 or 6 orders as a part of our celebration. You'll be entered, you'll earn $35 in free products. You'll earn half price items and a 60% off on item of your choice. And you'll be entered into a drawing with my team for a special 40th anniversary gift. And I'll take care of the gift, but you don't have to worry about that. So the idea is that if each of us contacted people, sent them one catalog, one order form and gave them the link to their party, all they would have to do, instead of asking them to book a party, just ask them to gather 5 or 6 orders. Generally, that would result in a $300 party, which means they would get 35 in free, and then I forget how many half price items now because that has changed. Gives them 25 in free and 2 half price items. Sorry. So I want to know who all's up for this challenge. Now, I think 40 is a lot. I understand that. I've already got 8 parties on my calendar, but those are actual parties that I'm doing. These would not be parties that you would be doing anything for other than contacting them and getting them a catalog and an order form and a host sheet and an opportunity brochure. So I think that would be awesome. And just think of what it would do for all of you, because I guarantee out of 40, not all of them will stick. The person that gave this challenge today said she did it and she had 36 that stuck and 4 that didn't do anything. We know that. We understand that. But just think, if you got 35, let's just do the math. Jess, you're a math person, but I'll do it for you. 35 that got $300 in sales. That's $10,000 in sales.
Wow.
Okay, so even if you had 20 that did $300 in sales, that's $6,000 in sales. Okay, and then when you're looking at commission rates, that's a lot of commission. I'm gonna say it's gonna be, whoops. That's gonna be over $1,500 in commission. So, you see the rewards from doing that, and let me tell you, if you would do that, and then every person that orders from that party, you contact them and say, thanks so much for ordering from Susie's catalog party. I just want to make sure that if you didn't get everything you needed and wanted, that you would consider hosting your own party and gathering your own orders. Like, you don't even have to say hosting your own party. You can just say gathering orders from your friends and family to earn free products, just like Susie did. Okay, so there you are, getting more sales. And we always say that what you do now affects you 90 days from now. Okay, so we know what that will do for your business and for the rest of the year. So my challenge is that this week, we all try to book 10 catalog parties. 10. So today's Tuesday. For the rest of this week, make contacts, and I will challenge you to get 10 catalog parties. I don't even have a prize for you, because the rewards from getting them is really your prize. Like, even if you had 10 parties that did 350, that's $3,500 in sales. Okay. And some of you have gotten $3,500 in a month, but not everyone has. And what a huge boost that would be to your business. And what a great way to celebrate what Doris did 40 years ago. I mean, those of you who have never met her, she is the most humble, unassuming woman, and just the sweetest person. I mean, we're all important to her. Like, if you would meet her at national conference, or if you would meet her on the street and you'd tell her you're a Pampered Chef consultant, she'd probably give you a hug. I mean, she's just a really wonderful person, and what a great way to honor her on this 40th anniversary. So that's the one challenge I have for you. So this week, let's all try and get 10 catalog parties. 10 catalog parties. And I will post the challenge on our team page with the words to say to people. So you can make them your own, but just to give you an idea of what you're going to say when you reach out to people, whether you green dot them, whether you text them, whether you DM them, whatever you email, whatever, call, pick up the phone and call. That's a unique one. I mean, not many people do that anymore, but it works. I will tell you, it does work. So, just throwing it out there. I'd love to see if you will take that challenge. And if you will, if you watch this recording and you take that challenge, please comment that you're taking the challenge, and let's see where it takes us. I'm excited. I just think it would be exciting. I would be very excited for all of you to have that opportunity to have those kinds of sales in 1 month's time. And the rewards for that will be long lasting. So that's all. I might have something a little bit to add to that next week as another reward kind of thing for your sales. But let's make this the best. They're calling it Rocktober because we're going to rock October. So it's Rocktober. I don't know. It works, I guess. But I'm just, it's an exciting time at Pampered Chef. And there's so many opportunities for all of us and all of you. And so I know Jessica and Allie are part of a group that I offered to all of you to be fired up for 40 days. There's lots of inspiration on that group too. Whatever you need from me, please contact me. I would be happy to help you in whatever way I can. So that's all I have. Any thoughts, Jessica? Any questions? Do you think I'm nuts or?
No.
It's okay if you say I am. It's okay. I'm fine.
No, I'm just thinking that's a lot.
But it's really no extra work on your part other than contacting them.
Right.
Because they're going to order online. They're not going to order on a paper. They're going to order online. The orders are going to come in. The host is going to put their rewards in, and you hit click, and it's gone. And especially now with direct ship, you don't even have to click on each order. You just finish off with the host order.
Okay.
And the other thing is, once they see that $150 is free shipping, your parties might be more than $300.
Right.
That's the exciting part. So, and just so you know, I have parties that bomb too. I have one right now that ended today as far as the posts, and the ordering is open till Saturday night. And the host and she's a friend of mine, and she's hardly commented at all. Now, I talked to her about this. I had done my host coaching. I had done, and every day I give her something new to post, and she doesn't always do it. She's also pregnant, and that's her excuse, but she's done a party for me before and done something similar. So I've worked with her before. It's nothing new, but I thought this time she was more motivated, but not so. So I do have those parties too. And sometimes it's not what we do, it's what they choose not to do.
Right.
And we could stand on our head and we could do cartwheels, and she's had one order so far and it's $20. So
wow.
It happens to all of us. Just, I don't know. It's just the nature of people.
Yeah.
So, all right. You look tired and I feel tired. So let's make this Rocktober and have a great rest of your week. It's only Tuesday. I felt like it was Thursday already today, but it's only Tuesday. We have lots more fun this week. And and the other thing is, be sharing the opportunity. Do you realize if a host gets, let's see, if a host gets, sorry about that, if they get $400 in sales, they can use their kit credit and the $40 off, and they can start the business for $9.
Yep.
That's pretty amazing. So keep sharing the opportunity too. We're going to try and double our team this month. We're up by 3, so who knows?
We are up by 3.
exciting. I can't wait to see where it goes. So, all right. Have a good night. And
You too.
for anyone who watches the replay, please comment. Bye.
Bye.